Hi, I'm Dorothy Godin, broker with Remax Crown Realty, and welcome to Thursday Thoughts. Well, the market has definitely slowed down, as it often does this time of year, and that's okay. There's no reason to panic. It's still a great market, and things are still moving. It's just a little bit slower. So today, I wanted to talk about bank repossessions, so often called repos. And so these are houses that are on the market that are being sold by the bank because people have defaulted in their mortgage. And I often get people looking for these kind of houses because they think they're a great deal. And then when they go see the houses, they're very disappointed that, the price seems right, but often they need a lot of work. And you have to respect that, people who lose their houses to the bank have had financial problems for probably more than a year, if not longer. And so the ability to keep a house maintenance, current would be very difficult. And so most of the times these bank repossessions are not the great deal that they appear to be. They often need a lot of work. And if you don't have that extra money to do the work, then not necessarily the greatest buy. If you are going to put an offer on a repossessed house, you want to make sure that you have a very, very short closing because as the person who owned the house before the bank took it over, you have the right of redemption up to and including I'm not sure about the closing date, but up to, the day before closing, they can redeem their mortgage and get their house back. Now, we don't see that happening very often, but it is good reason to, if you're going to buy a bank repo, to make sure you have a short closing so that, if you have a 90-day closing and that person who lost the house is able to gather money and come up to date with their mortgage, then you're out of a house. And that could be very problematic if you've sold your other house and now you have your furniture all in a truck ready to move in, and the day before closing the mortgage has been redeemed and now you don't have a house. So when you're looking at bank repossessions, make sure that you have a fast closing. Also remember that when you're dealing with these kinds of sales, you're buying the house as is, and there's no guarantee of anything. So what it looks like when you purchased it and wrote that offer is not necessarily what you're going to find on closing, and you have no recourse. I did once read, something about, well, what if somebody comes in and steals the furnace? When you have that as is clause, is the bank really going to leave you with no furnace? And I did talk to a banker about that, and she said, no, in all likelihood, we would replace the furnace. But I think there's no guarantees. You just have to make sure that you understand when you buy these bank repos, you're buying them as is with no declarations or warranties of any kind. So it's just, they're not always the best deals. And, I would keep my options open and look at everything on the market, not just bank repos. I can't tell you how many times I get a call when people just want to see bank repos. There's more in the market than just bank repos. And still, people are looking for deals. We haven't seen a lot of, what we perceive as deals. I do think that the market is going to settle down. We're getting more and more listings, so it'll be interesting to see in the next couple of weeks if we venture into a balanced market, which I suspect that we may. But even if we get into a balanced market, I don't think prices are going to change a whole heck of a lot because we still need a lot of inventory out there. So I hope you find this helpful. As always, you can reach me at Dorothy Godin at remix.net, 705-561-2360. Have a great week.